The K2, also known as the Safe Range Meter, is believed to have been popularized by the Atlantic Paranormal Society, or TAPS, first used in their TV show Ghost Hunters, on Season 3, Episode 12, The Manson Murders. Since then, the K2 has become a mainstay within the field of paranormal. Originally designed to be used in normal day-to-day research by electricians and engineers to determine safe distances for humans interacting with electronic devices within consumer homes. Thus, its real name, the Safe Range Meter. The K2 comes from the manufacturer's name, K2 Enterprises. Seeing how television is known to and can be used to manipulate the masses, it will be forever branded the K2. Because of this, some have claimed to use or even own K1s, K3s, and K4s. All this is a bunch of malarkey, because like I said prior, the K2 is the name of the manufacturer itself and not the device. Now how does this contraption work? Its highly sensitive components detect frequencies within the electromagnetic spectrum, and that spectrum is the range of all possible frequencies of electromagnetic radiation. In fact, according to the manufacturer, it covers a range from 30 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Now what devices and or objects project EMF? The Earth itself is the largest single source of static magnetic field, all the way down to a single atom. Generally though, it is man-made electronic devices that pump out the most EMF that we are exposed to on a day-to-day basis. Cell phones, computers, televisions, microwaves, and many more household and day-to-day devices give off EMF that is detectable by the K2. Because of this, the K2 can and should be used to establish baseline levels or control tests to determine sources for EMF before beginning any investigation into the paranormal. This helps to eliminate false positives. What seems to not be well known is the proper use of the product itself. As seen on TV, the device is commonly placed horizontal on a table or held in a similar fashion. While this way can still detect changes in EMF, the proper way is actually a vertical stance, because the single axis detector is actually more sensitive when used vertical, with lights facing the user. The meter itself displays a colored light array and small diagram displaying the milligauss range from safe 1.5 milligauss to unsafe 20 plus milligauss. The lights and diagram are color-coded from blue to indicate safe, then increasing to green, yellow, orange, and red, red being the highest reading on the indicator. So what the heck is a milligauss? Without getting too boring, it's another way to express the Gaussian unit system, named after German physicist and mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss. 1 milligauss equals a bunch of boring stuff I'm not going to go into. There are literally years and years of research into the study of the electromagnetic field, and I highly recommend investigating it further yourself. Now to the million-dollar question. Does it detect spirits? Well, no actual evidence proved by the scientific method has ever been properly recorded. So does that mean this device is incapable of detecting spirits? Well, theoretically, if spirits actually do exist, a device that is designed to detect an unseen force, aka EMF, may be able to detect an unseen entity, in theory. Because, theoretically, these entities may exist in one or many frequencies or dimensions that the human senses are unable to detect. My experiences with the device leave me open to continued research. Seeing how accurate and easy it is to get false positives, I would like to develop a Faraday cage like this one here to help eliminate outside disturbances and contaminations. I feel this would help tremendously when used how most paranormal researchers use it as a communication device. Because of the way K2 is popularized, many people use this more as a modern-day Ouija board than an actual scientific device, using a sequence of yes-no questions where a spirit can then light up the device to indicate answers. Generally, a system of once for no and twice for yes is used. I am yet to interact with the device in such a manner, leading me to question the authenticity of evidence displayed by investigators, especially on television shows. The meter itself is extremely sensitive, and seeing how many TV shows have crews with walkie-talkies, cell phones, and other devices. So in my opinion, there are way too many components to create contaminations into these so-called investigations, especially the ones, like I said, on television. And here's an interesting fact taken straight from the official website. In 2004, the manufacturer, K2 Industries, was going to stop producing the K2 due to lack of demand for it as a home safety device. Jonas Brimmer, Ghost Augenstein's founder, convinced the manufacturer to keep the K2 in production by committing to another production run with a new intended sole use for the meter, paranormal research. By taking on this risk and believing in the K2 meter, Jonas saved the K2 meter from being taken out out of production, and Ghost Augustine was rewarded with the exclusive distributorship of the meter. Through the years of promoting the meter, it finally made it on national TV and became the hottest paranormal research instrument on the market. It is now a must-have piece of equipment for any ghost hunter, since it consistently delivers results, plus it's inexpensive, reliable, and rugged. And like I said, that was a quote from the actual site itself. I just wanted to add that little bit of information into it because I find it interesting. So finally, what's my opinion about the product? Well, I think it works when it comes to actually detecting EMF, man-made EMF, and can it detect unseen entities? Possibly. I don't know. I can't prove it. I can't really disprove it at this point. I do like the fact that it has light, so it can be used at night. It's easier to see that way. The price is mediocre in between. There are cheaper versions and more expensive versions of the EMF. Would I recommend everybody to go out and buy this? If you can afford the price range, I recommend it. The cheaper ghost meter for half the price basically does the same thing, except it doesn't have the lights, the fancy LEDs. Other than that, this is a decent product, and I would recommend adding it to your arsenal of investigative equipment. So thank you for watching, and I hope you found this informative. If you did, leave a comment, let me know, and I will be doing more, so stay tuned. Alright, thank you.